Hello everyone, my name is Holly and I work at the Columbus Public Library in Genealogy and Local History. This video is part of a series about Ancestry 101. Today we'll be talking about what is a family group sheet. It's also known as a family group record. In a previous video we talked about a pedigree chart and its importance to genealogy research. So how is a family group sheet related to a pedigree chart? Well, your pedigree chart only shows your direct ancestors, like you, your parents, your grandparents. But a family group sheet shows your cousins, their marriages, and a whole lot more, as we'll see. First, you'll want to have separate family group sheets for each family unit. And what's a family unit? It's simply one couple that you take from your pedigree chart. Here's an example. Each couple is in a red box, and you figure out which family you want to take a look at, and that's the information that you're going to transfer from your pedigree chart onto your family group record. So let's go to Ancestry Library Edition and find a family group record to fill out. Go to www.cvlga.org. Go to Research It, Genealogy and Local History, and Genealogy Resources. Scroll down to Ancestry Library Edition, which is free to use outside the library as long as the branches are closed. When you get to Ancestry's homepage, go over to Charts and Forms, and we will scroll down to a family group sheet. You can find family group sheets, family group records on the internet, and they may have slightly different formats, but they usually cover most of the same items. On this form, it will ask you to put your name if you are the one preparing this information. Now ask what the relationship is to you for the people that you're going to record. So let's say, for example, that you're going to put information about your father's parents. They would be your paternal grandparents. That's their relationship to you. They are your paternal grandparents. That would go here. Be sure and put your address and any other information like email, phone number, the date that you started working on this information. And there are two other items over here, your ancestral chart and your family unit. These might be a little confusing, so let's go over what they mean. Ancestral chart is basically, it means the same thing as a pedigree chart. When you fill out your ancestral chart number right here, that comes from your pedigree chart. If you started a pedigree chart and you are here, number 1, your parents are here, grandparents, great-grandparents, your pedigree chart would be, your ancestry chart would be chart number 1. This is what you put in that blank right there, so that you know the information that you're taking is coming from your ancestry or pedigree chart number 1. The family unit over here goes back to how we number our ancestors. And let's say again this chart will cover your grandparents, your dad's parents. So the family unit that you would be examining is number 4. Or you could also put 4/5, because this would be about the couple, your grandfather and your grandmother. That would go right there. Now this is important because as you look back several generations, you're probably going to encounter many names that are the same, or juniors and seniors. And to keep it straight, this is where this numbering system is real important. To differentiate between your father's parents and your mother's parents down here. This is where this numbering system comes in. Your dad's parents are 4 and 5. Your mom's parents are 6 and 7. So after we have that, you can go ahead and fill out all the other information that you have from your pedigree chart, the names, any dates, any locations that you have. And be sure to keep with the same naming convention that you started. In other words, if you put last name, comma, first and middle, or if you went first, middle, and last name, whichever way you choose, just be sure that you're consistent. Also, when you're entering female relatives' names, be sure to put them as their maiden name, the name that they were born with. Now, the other information on this sheet, things like the cemetery where your ancestors buried, any other marriages, their religion, the name of their church, things like that. There's room for that for your, in this case, your grandmother and your grandfather. And when you get down to the lower part, this is where you're going to enter all your cousins from that in that family unit. Be sure and put the oldest one first, and number 1, second born here. Be sure and include those children who may have been stillborn or anyone that there is some sort of record. Be sure and include them. Continue with the day, month, and year, city, county, and state. And you have room over here for where they were married, what their spouse's name, date of death, place of death, things like that. So once you complete a pedigree chart and a family group record, you'll have a great foundation to search your ancestors to build your family tree. So visit the library's genealogy resource page to get started on your research. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
We are springing into summer learning at the Chattahoochee Valley Libraries, and the program you just attended is one of the ways you can earn completions. Just go to cvlga.org and look for Spring into Summer Learning. You can register yourself and your family online, and then start reading and attending our online events. That's all you have to do. We're giving away weekly gift certificates, and every completion you make enters you into a grand prize drawing for tablets, games, gifts, and more. Remember, you have to register to win. cvlga.org, and we'll see you online again real soon.